People who knew Uyo, Nigeria, decades ago often say the same thing when they returned. It feels like a different place now. Not overnight, but year after year, this city has been growing and changing. From a relatively small town, when Akwa Ibom State was created in 1987, Uyo has become one of Nigeria's steadily expanding urban centers. Today we're stepping back for the big picture, how it all happened and what the city is like in 2026. Before 1987, Uyo was already around as a local government headquarters and even had colonial-era roots as a district center. But everything accelerated when Akwa Ibom State was carved out of the old Cross River State on September 23, 1987. Uyo was chosen as the new state capital. That single decision brought government officers, workers, businesses, and people from across the region. What started as a modest town began its shift toward becoming a proper city. Population growth tells part of the story. Over the decades, Uyo's numbers have climbed significantly as more people moved in for jobs, education, and opportunities tied to the state capital. This brought visible urban expansion, more residential areas, commercial zones, and built-up land spreading outward. Infrastructure has evolved step by step. Early years after state creation focused on basic setup, government buildings, initial road networks, and essential services. Over time, especially from the return to democracy in 1999 onward, there has been more attention to roads, public facilities, and urban planning. Successive administrations added layers, more paved streets in the metropolis, improvements to key arteries, public spaces, and supporting amenities. It hasn't been perfectly even. Some parts of town advance faster than others, but the overall direction has been toward a larger, more connected city. Economically, Uyo sits in a resource-rich state known for oil and gas, but the city itself has grown as an administrative, commercial and services hub. Markets, small businesses, education institutions and hospitality have all expanded with the population. Daily life reflects this. More traffic in central areas during peak hours, a wider mix of people, and a broader range of goods and services are available. The city still keeps some of its greener, quieter character in many neighborhoods compared to bigger Nigerian megacities, but the pace of activity has clearly increased. By 2026, Uyo continues that long trajectory. Recent milestones include preparations at Victor Atta International Airport for the start of international flight operations as early as April. That could open new links for travel, business and visitors. Housing demand remains high as the city keeps growing outward. The mix of older quarters and newer developments gives Uyo its current layered feel. Parks that look established for decades sit alongside areas still filling in.
In the end, Uyo's story over these nearly 40 years is one of gradual but consistent urban growth.
In the end, Uyo's story over these nearly 40 years is one of gradual but consistent urban growth. It went from a small capital town to a much larger city serving its state and attracting people from elsewhere. Like any growing city, it has strengths such as its location and the hospitality people often mention, and ongoing challenges like managing expansion and keeping services in step with population. If you've been to Uyo at different points in time, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.